Hi there, Carol Danvers here. Well, at least I was, until I got caught in an exploding Psyche magnetron machine. I came out of the blast with an extra lobe in my brain and some pretty awesome superpowers. Going by the name Captain Marvel and wearing a cool costume, I battle evil. Things have gotten pretty weird around here recently. A few unwelcome guests coming out of the woodwork. Oh, what now? Lady wrestlers? You're putting me on. Let's make this brief, Pound Cakes. I've got places to be. So there we were in the park, when my old adversary, Pound Cake, suddenly shows up out of nowhere. It seemed like Pound Cakes didn't want to play after all. Except I wasn't buying it. Probably just trying to lure me in. Time to look around for a plan B. That got her attention, but I think it's safe to say she still looked pretty mad. We had to act fast. Better grab some popcorn, folks, because I think it might be showtime. Ouch! Now that was an accident just waiting to happen. That's when Pound Cakes got really mad. She was on a super rampage and called me out for a one-on-one wrestling match. I'm no wrestler, but hey, somebody had to shut her up. That's Pound Cakes taken care of. Great. What now? Yawn Rog. I should have known he was behind this madness. Looks like he's going to crush my lovely city with another city? He can't do that. I've only just got my place how I like it. Come on, Cap. We have to stop that Kree before the Big Apple's only fit for strudel. Yanrog delivered his obligatory supervillain speech, and his plan became clear. Pieces of shrapnel from the Psyche magnetron machine, still in my body, were being used to help power his evil schemes. Yanrog had used this power to rebrand himself as Magnetron. He planned to rebuild an entire Kree city, dropping it on top of New York. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm off. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna be that easy. Bad guys are all about the theatrics. It was a weird feeling, as if when Magnetron got hurt, I felt it too. Like we were connected, being drained of power every time he reappeared. I'm not saying this is too easy for Captain Marvel, but yeah, I guess I am saying that.
hurt? Walk it off.
Without being able to fly, this fight was gonna be a whole lot tougher. Pretty glad Cap remembered to bring his souped-up bike along. Cap was pretty salty about that bike getting destroyed. I said I could hook him up with a spaceship, but he just gave me that face.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry I'm awesome, and you're not.
I was starting to feel like no matter how many of these constructs or bad guys that I got rid of, Magnetron would just go ahead and summon some more. We needed a more permanent fix. Yeah! A trampoline! This girl knows how to improvise. I don't know how, but somehow the source of my headache is also the source of his power. I need to get away. Break the connection. Only then can he be taken down. The further I get from him, the more I can feel my mind slipping away, losing who I am. My memories. I hope I let the cat out.
Adhesive X. The most powerful bonding agent known to man. Only I, the brilliant Baron Zemo, could conceive of using it to bring the meddlesome Avengers to a sticky end, once and for all. Joining my clingy crusade was a gruesome grouping of super-criminal cohorts. Radioactive Man, Black Knight, and the mysterious Melter. Together, we formed the Masters of Evil. Soon the Avengers' fate would be sealed. My agents had done well to hide the Adhesive X canisters in the city. All that was required now was to find and activate them. I was certain that the Avengers would try to stop us. The Melter. Even Iron Man's armor is no match for his newly upgraded melting ray. I remember contemplating the delicious irony of our magnificent master plan. With the power of Adhesive X, the city that had become so attached to the Avengers would soon find the Avengers permanently attached to it.
Hey, give me a hand.
You will know pain like nothing before.
Hey, give me a hand, will ya?
No matter the obstacle, Hydra always achieved its goals. Even if the Hydra Field manual made no specific mention of bouncing on shop canopies. Radioactive man, able to withstand even the hammer of Thor. Truly, he belongs with the masters of evil.
Give me a hand, will ya? Hey, give me a hand, will ya?
As we had anticipated, the Avengers began to arrive. First was Iron Man, whose misguided attempts to stop us would only make our victory all the more glorious. Iron Man was no match for our combined might. The Masters of Evil forced him to retreat with his metal tail between his metal legs. The Black Knight, a powerful warrior, consumed only with getting revenge on his adversaries. I'd heard of Radioactive Man's strength, but seeing it firsthand was truly a sight to behold. An army of agents with such powers would be unstoppable. This would defeat a lesser man, but not I. I've often found that appearances can be deceiving. For those with connections to Hydra, power can be found anywhere, even hidden in plain sight.
Access granted.
Kneel before your master! And so came the mighty Thor. His hammer was said to be unstoppable, but we would put that to the test. Not even the god of thunder could stop us. I suppose you could say he tried Asgard as he could. Just at the point of victory, with the city at its knees, our evil plan became unstuck. Those tricky Avengers had swapped my dastardly glue for solvent, releasing my captives. Yet I remain undeterred, for I, Zemo, never surrender. It is my destiny to rule, and rule like... Wait, is that a smoke bomb? I'll get you, Avengers! Just you wait!
Wakanda, an isolated and technologically advanced civilization on the African continent. 3 times winner of the coveted Vibranium Producer of the Year award. And more importantly, my home. I am T'Challa, son of T'Chaka, and like my father before me, I serve as the Black Panther, protector of my people. I'm also pretty good at crochet. My first real test as the Panther came in the form of Claw, a greedy mercenary who took my father from me. With the help of my sister Shuri, I prepared to save my people and bring Claw to justice. Let the hunt begin. We knew that Claw was in the council chambers across the city, but it was no longer safe to travel on my skybike without being spotted. We had to proceed the rest of the way on foot. In Wakanda, we worship the Panther God, who has protected and guided us since time began. It is from her that my powers are blessed. The most direct route to our destination was over the turbines. A dangerous path, but we had no other choice. Shuri, my sister, fierce and loyal. I had always tried my best to protect her, though she rarely needed it. Her skills as a warrior were only matched by her intellect. It was as I'd feared. The transport we required had been damaged during the attack on the city. It would need to be repaired if we were to reach Claw in time. Shuri's skill with a spear was incredible. I did not envy those who sought to test her. We managed to complete the repairs and were soon on our way. Claw would soon be brought to justice. Foiled by Augustine Dulac, the Black Knight, we were not deterred. We would simply have to get the replacement bus service instead. I was hot on Claw's heels. I could taste victory. All I needed now was the exact change. Our attacker was Augustine Dulac, also known as the Black Knight. Apparently a direct descendant of Sir Lancelot himself. He referred to me as a varlet, which I found to be more confusing than insulting.
I shall never tire of the hunt.
The Black Knight appeared to wield his ebony blade clumsily, like a brute. However, I had to be careful that this wasn't simply an act to trick me into lowering my guard.
This is a first-class predicament.
The Black Panther is ready to stalk again.
He attacked again and again, yet we stood strong. We would show him the strength of Wakanda.
This is some old-school villainy. Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
We had defeated the Black Knight, but our showdown with Claw still lay ahead.
I'll rant about this later.
Need some.
I was glad Shuri was with me. I could ask for no better an ally. Finally, I came face to face with the criminal Claw. The Black Panther had now located his prey.
Hey, give me a hand.
Having so many weapons at his disposal, Claw had developed an overwhelming sense of arrogance. This would be his undoing.
Feel the claws of the Black Panther!
As our battle continued, the danger rose ever greater. Wounded prey always fights hardest before the end.
How do I get myself in these crazy situations?
Your pain is well earned.
Victory came at last. Claw was finally defeated and would face the judgment of the Panther God. But not before he faced mine. With Claw disarmed. Disarmed. His army for hire fled like the cowards they are. We repaired our great city. Both its walls and people have never been stronger. My sister, too, has shown herself to be a force to be reckoned with. A force that Wakandans will soon desperately need. But that's another story.
The life of Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, is rarely ordinary, and this day is no exception. Whilst deep in study of the Book of S.H.I.E.L.D, the Eye of Agamotto alerted me to intruders in my Sanctum Sanctorum. Mordo, that mystical menace, and being aided by Dormammu from the Dark Dimension, those fiends. What this gruesome duo don't know is that I too have an ally from the Dimension of Darkness. There is a chance that with the aid of the beautiful Clea, I could foil their dark purpose. By the hoary host of Hogarth, they will learn what it means to tangle with the master of the mystic arts. my sanctum was under attack and I had to defend it. I could keep his puppets at bay, but with Dormammu's power aiding him, Mordo's shield was impenetrable. My only hope was Clea in the Dark Dimension. I'll be banished to the Dark Dimension! The Dark Dimension was a dangerous place. Not only home to Dormammu, but also his minions. My amulet, the Eye of Agamotto, allowed me to pierce its veil, but alas, I could only watch, helpless. Fortunately for me, Clea was capable of almost anything. Dormammu was distracted and Mordo's power waned. Unable to maintain his shield, he was left vulnerable. Now was my chance to strike. It was clear this was going to be no simple fight. I only hoped that Clea could continue to distract Dormammu, to make Mordo vulnerable to me once more. By the mystic moons of Manipur, Clea had done it again! I could feel Dormammu's rage echo across the dimensions. Once more, Mordo fled from me. I hoped that Clea could find a more permanent distraction for Dormammu, so I could end this.
This is a first-class predicament. Give me a hand, will ya?
The Mindless Ones. Magical beings of immense strength and power with savage dispositions and minimal intelligence. Their only desire to fight and destroy anything and everything. Trapped in Dormammu's prison and ready to burst forth.
This is old-school villainy.
Now released, the Mindless Ones beset upon Dormammu. It would take all of his power to put them back into their prison, power he could no longer spare for Mordo. It was time to face him. By the flames of Faltine, he would learn what it meant to cross Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. Denied the power of his demonic cohort, Mordo soon fled. No doubt he would return with some fresh devilment, but I had more pressing problems. The Sanctum Sanctorum was a mess, and I had guests arriving at 8. If only I hadn't given Wong the night off. As I prepared the hors d'oeuvres, my mind drifted to Clea, my silver-haired ally. I prayed a chance to repay the considerable debt I owed her would present itself. Little did I know that it would take an eternity for that to happen. But that, my friends, is another story.
This is Agent Melinda May with a special S.H.I.E.L.D. report. The following information is highly classified and should only be accessed by agents with experience of Season 2 events. You have been spoiler warned. It has become apparent that our new recruit Skye has some secrets. One's revealed during a mission to a buried alien city. We had no way of knowing that the transforming alien technology we found would cause S.H.I.E.L.D. itself to fracture. Skye's gifts came from her father, a villainous doctor with a ruthless bedside manner, and her mother, an energy vampire bent on starting a war with S.H.I.E.L.D. What she didn't anticipate was that someone had called in the cavalry. Me. Things weren't going well. We were outnumbered, and many of our best agents had been compromised. The mission directive had changed. Our priority was now to infiltrate the Inhuman complex and extract the remaining agents. Something about this doesn't add up. Orders are orders, and she was in the way. With the Inhumans distracted, we seized the opportunity to rescue our fellow agents. But the mission was far from over.
Access granted.
We don't have time for this. Sky's new friend may have had an electric personality, but there really wasn't any excuse for his shocking behavior. We wouldn't be able to reach him from the ground, so we had to take a different approach. The area around us was becoming more dangerous. So much for the scenery.
Access granted.
We needed to get to higher ground. Jiang Ying and Sky were always just out of reach. Just as we were in range of Sky, we confirmed what S.H.I.E.L.D. had suspected all along. Agent May Log entry 1129. Jiang Ying revealed her true colors, but it was too late to stop the attack. Sky's mother wasn't the only monster in the family. Her father, Cal, had now become even more dangerous. I just hope I'm not invited to their next family reunion. The Inhuman known as Gordon had been attacking agents on board for only a few seconds, but the entire quadrant had already been compromised. Good thing S.H.I.E.L.D. had been working on quantum entanglement technology over the last year. Fitz had been running some diagnostic tests on 3 prototype quantum field disruptors. Hopefully, they could be used to limit Gordon's dimensional warping powers, meaning he wouldn't be able to get away. Gordon was too fast for our agents. I could have caught him, if I'd had the chance.
Access granted. We should have anticipated this.
Having some trouble? That's why I'm here.
Director Coulson's genius plan may have cleared the mist, but it also disrupted the power. Fitz wanted to search for Sky, but we had more immediate threats to deal with. Jiang Ying had given us her ex, Cal, as a prisoner, but he turned out to be another pawn in her game. Coulson had ordered us to take down Cal gently. Wouldn't have been my call. Agent May, log entry 1130. After trapping Dr. Zabo, Director Coulson used Cal's family connections to subdue the more beastly side of his nature. With Zabo on our side and S.H.I.E.L.D. finally working as a team, the rest was just cleanup. This is not the last we'll see of the Inhumans, but at least our team made it out intact. Where's Simmons?
Okay, so get this. Remember last week when I had to bail from the ballet, bro? And you know how much I dig my man Prokofiev and his unorthodox use of harmonies. Well, my boy Scotty was coming back to town, and I had to be there for him, you know? Just like he was for me and stuff. Anyway, I'm like, there's this sweet gig I got lined up with some friends of mine, bro. But he's all like, are you for real right now? No way am I gonna be some loser bad guy no more. So I say, they're like real skilled people, man. And he just says, I don't think so. And I'm all like, yo, Scotty, whatever, bro. Then he got fired from his job, and he's all like, let's eat waffles and do this thing. So we found our way into this old dude's house. This job I heard through my cousin's friend's brother's girl. So he finds his suit, bro, and then things start getting crazy, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm sorry, I'm just getting excited, you know? This dude named Cross wants to use the tech and make suits called Yellow Jackets and sell them to major shady dudes, like take over the world shady. So me and Scotty, we hit up Pimp Tech so he could stop him. Oh man, we were in, and Scott's lady friend had set me up with a security clearance, and I was in the system, man. And with Scotty in the suit, we could take on anything, man. I love it when it gets cocky.
Access granted.
I gotta be honest, man, seeing Scotty do his thing was incredible. He explained that even though he was small, he was still like mad strong, you know? And he explained it for like an hour, but I was thinking about smoothie machines. And it was Cross. Now that dude was seriously angry. He had major beef with Scotty, you know? And he locked the whole place down to try to stop us, but we could handle it. We're professionals. Oh, you think I sweat this? Daddy don't get scared. Yeah.
Access granted.
This place was full of high-tech gear, like straight-up stuff from the future. And if anyone could get it to work for us, Scotty could.
Access granted.
Ooh, sorry, man. You know it's nothing personal, right? I mean, it kinda is, but not really. We needed to get to the Yellow Jacket, but the whole place was locked down tighter than Alcatraz. And there ain't no prison that could hold us, except maybe that last one, because that was pretty good.
Ow!
I'm sorry, I was thinking about the elevator music. It captivated me. We made it! Once we got past security systems around the chamber, it was time to show some of Scotty's new bomb moves to that Cross dude.
Access granted.
Ow!
So, turns out Cross put on that Yellow Jacket suit. And it's like fresh tech, bro. I mean, Scotty's suit can't even fly. But that don't stop him. Scotty was like blam, and then Yellow Jacket, he went like bam, and then Scotty was like boom. I just wish I could have actually seen it. Man, so that's how it went down, cuz. So Ant-Man, he got all ambushed and stuff, but my man, you know, he managed to fight his way out. And he let that dude have it, you know, like bam, 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 bam. And with some help of some like really skilled people, you know, he saved the day, man. It feels kind of weird, you know, but I think I could get used to this good guy stuff. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm late to meet my cousin Ignacio at the museum.